that squared equals to 3x. If you look at this parabola, y plus 3 all that squared equals to 3x. It simply looks like a parabola with vertex away from the origin. Now, want to study this parabola, then sketch. The first property we are going to study in this parabola is the vertex. So vertex. The vertex is normally given as v into x naught y naught. So we are going to compare this parabola with the standard parabola. Comparing it with the standard parabola, which states that we have y minus y naught all that squared equals to 4a into x minus x naught. That means that if we want to look it keenly, our vertex x naught is going to be 0 and our y naught will simply be minus 3. Now we move on to our focus. So focus, which is given as f into a plus x naught y naught. Now for us to calculate our focus, we need to find our value of a and the value of x naught and y naught. So for us to calculate the value of a, we need to still compare this parabola to the standard parabola. Comparing this parabola, y minus plus 3 all that squared equals to 3x to y minus y naught all that squared equals to 4a into x minus x naught. We are simply going to have 4a equals to 3. Dividing both sides by 4, we have a equals to 3 on 4. And our x naught is given as 0 and our y naught is given as minus 3. So now we can now calculate our focus. Our focus become we have 3 on 4 plus 0 minus 3, which boils down to 3 on 4 minus 3. So that's our focus. We move next to our directrix. Our directrix, which is given as x equals to minus a plus x naught, implies x equals to our a is given as 3 on 4 and our x is 0. That makes our directrix equals to minus 3 on 4. Now after studying our directrix, we can now study the other parameters, which is the axis of symmetry. The axis of symmetry, sorry, my bow marker is expressing some frictional losses. The axis of symmetry is given as y equals to y naught, where this bow marker is having some frictional losses. So we have y equals to y naught, which implies our y naught is minus 3. So we are going to have our axis of symmetry as y equals to minus 3. Now the next is the lactus rectus. The lactus rectus, I'm going to abbreviate it as LR, will be given as 4a unit. So what's our A? Our A is simply 3 on 4. So we are going to use it to calculate our lactose rectus, which is giving us 4 into 3 on 4. This 4 cancels here and it gives us our lactose rectus as 3 units. Now we need to sketch our parabola. Now, if you look on my graph, I've indicated my y-axis and I've also indicated the x-axis. Since if you look on the parabola, the major axis there is simply the y-axis. That's why I'm mostly doing my numbering of my normal line based on the y-axis, because I have no points on the y-axis. So most of my coordinates lies on the y-axis. So the first point I'm going to put on my graph is the vertex. And if you look at the vertex is giving us 0, -3. So I'm going to plot the point 0, -3 on my graph. So if I look keenly, this should be the point 0, -3. So that is my vertex. Now the next is the focus. The focus is also calculated and the focus is giving us 3 on 4 -3. That means that if I go on the x-axis, I'm going to have 3 on 4, and on the y-axis, I'm going to have -3. So if I look keenly, this is the point -3, and this should be the point 3 on 4. So my focus is going to be here, away from the vertex. Now I can now draw my parabola. Now if you look keenly, my parabola will look like this. My parabola will look like that. Then what's remaining is the directrix. If you look, based on my calculation, my directrix is giving us as x equals to -3 on 4. If you look keenly, this should be -3 on 4, if not mistaken. So my directrix will pass through this point. This should be my directrix, and I'm going to write it as x equals to -3 on 4. So that's the sketch of my parabola. So let me throw more light on what I'm trying to say. If a parabola is given like this, y plus 3 squared equals to 3x, first thing is that you need to identify if the parabola is at the origin or away from the origin. If you look on this parabola keenly, it shows that the parabola has some coordinates which make it to be a parabola away from the origin. Now I'm going to calculate the vertex. Calculating the vertex, I find out that the parabola was 0 minus 3, which shows that the parabola was a parabola with vertex away from the origin. Looking at my calculation of my vertex, which states that f equals to a plus x 0, comma y 0, it also shows that this parabola is away from the origin. So if you look based on my calculation, I compare the two equations in order to have my value of A, then use this value of A to calculate the focus, the directrix, and the lactus rectus, and a sketch of my parabola. So thanks for watching. See you next class.